back to our podcast, everyone. I'm Sophia, and today we're diving into an exciting topic that's all around us, but often overlooked: creativity and innovation. Hi, Mason. How are you doing today?
Hi, Sophia. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm really excited about today's discussion. Creativity and innovation are such fascinating subjects. They touch every part of our lives, from the products we use to the way we solve problems.
Absolutely. So let's start by defining what we mean by creativity and innovation. Creativity is the ability to come up with new and original ideas. It's all about thinking outside the box and looking at things from a different perspective. Innovation, on the other hand, is about taking those creative ideas and turning them into something practical or new. It's the process of implementing creative ideas to bring about change or improvement.
That's a great explanation. To put it simply, creativity is about generating ideas, while innovation is about applying those ideas. Can you give us some examples of creativity and innovation in everyday life?
Sure, let's start with a simple example. Think about the smartphone. The initial idea of a touchscreen phone was a creative leap. But the innovation came when companies started adding features like cameras, apps, and internet connectivity. This turned a creative idea into a product that revolutionized communication.
Yes, and another example could be in the kitchen. Have you ever tried a new recipe or cooking technique? That's creativity in action. But when you invent a new dish that becomes popular, that's innovation. It's taking your creative cooking ideas and making something that others enjoy too.
Exactly, and it's not just about big inventions. Creativity and innovation can be seen in everyday tasks. For instance, organizing your workspace in a new way to boost productivity is a creative solution to a common problem.
I like that. Now, let's break down some key phrases and vocabulary related to our discussion. First, we have thinking outside the box. This means to think differently and come up with unique solutions.
Right. Another important phrase is generating ideas, which means coming up with new thoughts or concepts. And implementing is a term we use for putting ideas into action.
And don't forget revolutionize, which means to make a significant change or improvement. For example, smartphones revolutionized communication.
Let's review these phrases again. Thinking outside the box means being creative and unconventional. Generating ideas means coming up with new thoughts. Implementing means putting ideas into practice. And revolutionized means making significant changes.
Great. Now, let's move on to a brief story to illustrate how creativity and innovation play out in real life. I recently read about a small startup that developed a new type of eco-friendly packaging. Their creative idea was to use recycled materials in a unique way, and their innovation was turning that idea into a commercially successful product.
That's a fantastic example. It shows how creativity and innovation can have a positive impact on the environment and business.
Absolutely. And as we continue, we'll explore more about how these concepts apply to different fields and industries.
Yes, we'll dive into real-life applications, discuss the challenges and opportunities in fostering creativity, and hear from experts about their experiences.
I'm excited to get into these topics in more depth. For now, let's wrap up this introduction. We've set the stage for our discussion on creativity and innovation.
Exactly.
Now, we're going to look at how creativity and innovation show up in different industries and hear from some amazing people who are making a difference.
Absolutely. Let's start with the technology industry. Technology is a great example of where creativity and innovation are key. Think about the development of smartphones. It wasn't just about creating a phone. It was about thinking of new ways to use technology to make life easier.
Exactly. And one of the most innovative ideas in recent years is artificial intelligence, or AI. AI uses algorithms to process data and make decisions. It's like teaching a computer to think and learn.
Yes, and algorithms are a set of rules or instructions that a computer follows to solve a problem. For example, AI can recommend products based on your previous purchases. This is an innovative way to use technology to improve customer experience.
Another great example is the renewable energy sector. Creative solutions, like solar panels and wind turbines, are transforming how we generate and use energy. These innovations are crucial for sustainable development.
Right, sustainable development means meeting our needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It's all about making sure we use resources wisely and creatively.
Let's take a look at a real-world example. I recently interviewed an entrepreneur who developed a new app to help people with mental health. The app uses creative methods, like interactive exercises and personalized support, to help users manage their mental well-being.
That sounds fascinating. How does this entrepreneur describe the role of creativity in their work?
They mentioned that creativity is crucial for finding new ways to approach problems. For instance, instead of just offering generic advice, the app uses creative techniques to provide personalized support based on user feedback.
So, personalized support means tailoring help and advice to fit individual needs. It's about being specific and relevant to each person's situation.
Exactly. Let's break down some key phrases from our conversation. Algorithms, which are step-by-step instructions for computers. Sustainable development, which refers to using resources responsibly. And personalized support, which means custom tailoring help based on individual needs.
To review, algorithms help computers make decisions. Sustainable development ensures we use resources wisely. And personalized support means providing tailored assistance.
Now, let's dive into another story. I spoke with a designer who created a new fashion line using recycled materials. Their creative idea was to make stylish clothes from items that would otherwise end up in the landfill.
That's a fantastic example of creativity in action. The designer's innovation was turning recycled materials into high-fashion items. It's a great way to blend style with environmental responsibility.
And here's a key term: recycled materials, which are used items that have been processed and reused to create something new. This innovation helps reduce waste and promote sustainability.
So, recycled materials are materials that have been collected and repurposed instead of being thrown away. This creative approach not only helps the environment, but also sets new trends in fashion.
Exactly. It's all about using creativity to address real-world challenges. We've seen how creativity and innovation can impact technology, energy, mental health, and fashion.
And in our next part, we'll explore the challenges people face when trying to be creative and innovative. We'll also talk about ways to overcome these challenges and hear more inspiring stories.
Can't wait. For now, we've covered some amazing examples of how creativity and innovation are shaping our world. Now, we're going to discuss the obstacles people face when trying to be creative and innovative, and share some strategies to overcome these challenges.
That's right. Let's start with a common challenge: fear of failure. This is when people are afraid to try new things because they're worried they might not succeed.
Yes, fear of failure can really hold people back. It's important to remember that making mistakes is a natural part of the creative process. In fact, many successful innovators have failed several times before achieving their goals.
Exactly. So, let's break down the phrase fear of failure. It means feeling anxious about not succeeding or making mistakes. Overcoming this fear is crucial for creativity because it encourages risk-taking and experimentation.
Another challenge is lack of resources. Sometimes, people have great ideas, but don't have the tools, money, or time to bring them to life.
That's right. Lack of resources refers to not having enough materials, funding, or support to implement a creative idea. However, many innovators start small and build their resources over time.
For example, a small startup might begin with just a few people and a modest budget, but gradually grow as they prove their concept and attract more support.
And here's another important term: networking. Networking is about building relationships with other people who can offer support, advice, or resources. It's a key strategy for overcoming a lack of resources.
Let's review these terms. Fear of failure means being anxious about not succeeding. Lack of resources refers to not having enough tools or support. And networking is the process of connecting with others to gain support and resources.
To put it simply, overcoming the fear of failure involves embracing mistakes as learning opportunities. Lack of resources can be tackled by starting small and seeking support, and networking helps you build valuable connections.
Another challenge is creative block. This is when someone feels stuck and unable to come up with new ideas. It's a common issue for many people, including professionals in creative fields.
Yes, creative block can be frustrating. To overcome it, it's helpful to take breaks, try new activities, or seek inspiration from different sources. Sometimes, changing your environment or routine can spark new ideas.
And here's a key term: inspiration. Inspiration is the motivation or idea that comes from external sources, such as nature, art, or other people's work. It can help overcome creative block by providing new perspectives.
So, creative block is when you can't come up with new ideas, and inspiration is what helps you find new ideas and motivation. Taking breaks and seeking out new experiences can help get your creative juices flowing again.
Let's look at a real-world example. I interviewed a graphic designer who faced creative block. They found that exploring different art forms and collaborating with others helped them overcome it and come up with fresh ideas.
That's a great example. It shows how seeking inspiration and collaborating can be effective strategies for overcoming challenges in creativity.
Exactly. To sum up, the challenges we discussed: fear of failure, lack of resources, and creative block can all be addressed with strategies like embracing mistakes, building networks, seeking inspiration, and trying new approaches.
We'll explore how to foster a creative environment and discuss more tips for maintaining innovation in your personal and professional life. Now, we'll talk about how to keep your creative spark alive over time.
Absolutely. Maintaining creativity can be challenging, but it's essential for continued innovation. Let's explore some strategies and tips.
One effective strategy is to establish a routine. Having a regular schedule for creative work can help you stay productive and focused.
Yes, establish a routine means setting up a consistent daily or weekly schedule. For example, setting aside a specific time each day to brainstorm ideas or work on projects.
Routine helps by creating a structured environment where creativity can flourish. It provides dedicated time to focus without distractions.
Another important strategy is seeking feedback. Getting opinions from others can provide new perspectives and help you improve your ideas.
Seeking feedback involves asking for input or criticism from colleagues, friends, or mentors. It's a valuable way to refine your ideas and learn from others' experiences.
To review, establishing a routine means creating a regular schedule for creative work, and seeking feedback is about asking others for their thoughts to improve your ideas.
Another tip is to stay curious. Continuously exploring new interests and learning about different subjects can fuel your creativity.
Stay curious means maintaining a desire to learn and discover new things. Reading books, attending workshops, or trying new hobbies can keep your mind engaged and inspired.
So, staying curious helps by keeping you open to new experiences and knowledge, which can spark fresh ideas and innovations.
Let's talk about setting goals. Having clear, achievable goals can guide your creative efforts and give you a sense of direction.
Setting goals means defining specific objectives you want to achieve. For example, aiming to complete a project by a certain date or learning a new skill within a set time frame.
Goals help by providing motivation and a clear path to follow. They can make the creative process more manageable and rewarding.
To summarize, setting goals involves creating clear objectives to guide your work, while staying curious keeps your mind open to new ideas.
Here's a real-world example. I spoke with an artist who maintains creativity by setting small, manageable goals for each project and constantly exploring new techniques.
That's a great example. The artist's approach of setting goals and trying new techniques helps them stay motivated and continuously improve their work.
Exactly. To wrap up, let's review the key strategies we discussed: establishing a routine, seeking feedback, staying curious, and setting goals.
These strategies can help you maintain creativity and innovation over time. Remember, creativity is a journey, not a destination.
And that brings us to the end of our podcast series. We hope you've enjoyed exploring creativity and innovation with us.
Thank you for joining us for this series. Keep these strategies in mind and stay inspired in your creative endeavors.
See you next time. Keep pushing the boundaries of your creativity and never stop exploring.